Hey video friends, where do you start when you're editing your wardrobe or cleaning out your closet or whatever? Well, a lot of people say, if you haven't worn it in 6 months, get rid of it. Well, that is not the question I ask, so stay tuned and I'll tell you about the 2 questions that I'm gonna ask myself as I go through and clear out the dresses. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image, where we're all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. And you will often hear people talk when they talk about editing your wardrobe or cleaning out your closet. Oh gosh, that horrible shadow. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore the shadow behind me. Maybe I can do the little Peter Pan thing. Anyway, a lot of people talk about the big question being, have you worn it in 6 months? And I'm not so sure that's a really good question. There's a couple of reasons. I might not wear something for 6 months because it might be for a particular kind of event that I only have 2 to 3 times a year. And so maybe I wear it 3 or 4 times during the Christmas holiday season, but I don't wear it the rest of the year. That's okay if I'm wearing it every year, right? So that 6-month marker is very arbitrary. So let's talk about the 2 questions that I'm gonna ask myself as I edit through these dresses. And I'm gonna actually start part of the process today, and then I'll go through more of it with you on the next video. But today, so the 2 questions, the 2 questions I ask are, will I PCS this? And if you're not a military family, you don't probably know what PCS means, but PCS is short for permanent change of station. We spent 20 plus years on active duty. I spent more than 20 years, not only in the military, but as a military wife. And that's a really big question. When you move literally every 3 years, like clockwork, or sometimes more frequently, you ask yourself very seriously, do I want to take this to the other side and unpack it? I actually will link in the comments below the article, the blog post that I wrote about discovering this and about that question, and also how I ended up with this ridiculous amount of dresses. Shamed emoji right here, right? So anyway, but yeah, that question, do I want to move it? Do I want to move it? If I was moving, would I want to pack and unpack and find a home for it in a new place? That is kind of my number one question, And I'll do that kind of by categories, because my other question is, what is this item's level of refinement? And how does that mesh with my lifestyle? How does that mesh with my lifestyle? So that's actually the question I want to address today. And then we'll get into the, am I gonna move it? Even though I'm not moving, it's a really powerful question to ask yourself. Do I want to move this, right? If I was gonna move, would I move it with me? If the answer is no, then it's a good time to bless somebody else with that, because it might be the perfect item to round out their wardrobe, and that might be a forever piece for them. So let's talk about levels of refinement. And I've talked about it in a lot of blog posts. I'll link some below, I might even have talked about this. But this is also gonna play into my 3s, and when I talk about, and I will actually link that video above about thinking in 3s when thinking about your wardrobe. So all 3 of those pieces are gonna kind of come together as I do this edit. So let's just talk about levels of refinement. So levels of refinement are, how dressy is it, right? How dressy is this item? Is this an everyday item that I could wear just taking a trip to the grocery store, working from home? Is it super relaxed and casual? Or is it something I would wear to a wedding? Or maybe it's something I would wear to a ball at the Ballroom Dance Center. Aha, so I have this whole set of things that are not, my husband and I do ballroom dance, and there are at least 12 different dances every year that we go to. So we're going to a dance almost every month. I have a certain dresses that they're twirly dresses for dancing, right? Because they make a great twirl when you dance. Now that's not the kind of dress I wear every day, but I do have some specific dresses that are definitely my dance dresses. So that is just kind of one category. You could almost think of it as a costume, but they are dresses that I can wear to other occasions as well. So maybe it's for date night with my husband, or maybe we're going to a wedding. Like, these are dresses that I can wear more than one place, but they're definitely not everyday dresses, okay? So let me just pull those right away. You know, here we go. another kind of date nighty dress. Oh, this one, now that's not a twirly dress, but it is definitely a date nighty dress. So I'm gonna pull those out of the way because they're not the kind of dresses that I wear every day for everyday wear or for work, right? Yeah, no, not gonna be worn for work. So let's see what else I have here. Oh, here we go, another cocktail type dress. And right now, that's 5. I've got 5 of those. I have another one here that is a very twirly dress, but this is also a day dress, kind of something, it's cotton. I would definitely wear it as like a sundress in the summer here. So, okay, so I'm gonna take these 5 kind of fancier dresses or that higher level of refinement, those more party pieces, and I'm gonna put them here. And I think that's probably a good number for me to have for me, because we have all those parties during the year, right? You might only need 1 party dress. Maybe you just need 1 for like the hot weather and 1 for the holiday winter season, or if you live in the southern hemisphere, it's the other way around, right? So maybe you just need 1 for warm weather and 1 for cooler weather. You know, maybe you just need 2 party dresses. Maybe that's enough, or maybe you don't go to parties at all. Maybe you just say, no parties for me, okay? I don't know. Anyway, I don't think so. If you're watching if you're watching my YouTube channel, I don't think you're that person. But anyway, so speaking of YouTube channels, this is YouTube. You know how to make the algorithm happy. It would make me so happy if you would do that. So, you know, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And if you get anything useful out of this, please share it with a friend. Like, there's no reason to keep me as your personal secret. You can share me. It's okay. There's enough of me here on YouTube to share. All right, so let's go back to this. So that is kind of my level. It's not necessarily level of refinement 1, but it's certainly more than my everyday life is, right? So then I kind of dig into, okay, let's see what I have here. I have some more businessy dresses, and then I have some more everyday dresses. So let me pull some of my more businessy dresses together. So this one, yeah, that's more businessy. Things that are super businessy. There we go. There's another more businessy dress. Things that I probably wouldn't wear for every day, but I would wear for business. Now, these 2 I could also wear as every day, but we'll get more to that when I get to the thinking in 3s. Okay. Yep, this is my kind of standard wear to a wedding or a funeral dress. I had another one here too, a teal dress, very similar to this one that I already pulled out because it has served its purpose. I have worn it repeatedly over the past 6 or 7 years, and I don't want to see it anymore. It's that second question, do I want to unpack it, right? And the answer is no, I do not want to see that anymore. I do not want to pack or unpack it. Okay, this jumpsuit, all right, that's there we go. All right, this dress. All right, so, let me just quick, there we go. So, and some of these I could also wear. So these are more work-y. Now, when I say that, granted, I can wear very casual dresses for work as well. Much more casual dresses, just because my work situation, my workplace, working from home and working with personal clients is much more casual. On the other hand, I do also do a lot of business events. And so that's where I want these more structured and more business-like pieces, right? So I'm gonna put those over here too, right? So let's see how many I've got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6. Now, if I think about this being really only for summer, then I've got 5. Okay, that sounds about right. That sounds pretty good to me. If I'm going to business events a couple times, twice a month, I've got about 5 of those and wearing them kind of in rotation. I think that works pretty well. So we're also playing in like how many numbers, how much do you need of something? And so now I get to my kind of day dresses, relaxed dresses, what I want to wear kind of just for every day, running to the grocery store, doing the errands, staying cool in the heat kind of a thing. And obviously some of these are more summery than wintry because here, where it's so hot, I'd like a little air. I think a little air circulation, definitely a good choice for when the weather's super hot. So now I'm broken out kind of more by levels of refinement or places that I can wear them. And so that's gonna help me as I head into the next section of this. So stay tuned in the next couple of weeks when I play out how I'm going to sort out the rest of these and edit out the rest of them, and maybe even edit some of these as I start thinking in threes, and also thinking about how I want to, excuse me, oh my goodness. So first level, levels of refinement. Second piece is, do I want to move it even though I'm not moving? And 3, thinking in threes. So all of these pieces play together as I'm cleaning out. It's more complicated, yes, than have you worn it in 6 months, but it also creates a lot less regret and a lot better overall wardrobe choices. Because if I get rid of everything I haven't worn for 6 months, particularly if I'd done that kind of a year ago after our adventures in 2020, 2021, right? If I had thrown out everything I hadn't worn for 6 months or even a year, that would have been a really poor choice whenever the dances started again for me, or for whenever the hot weather came back around and all of a sudden it was like, well, no. So let's take into account the seasons of the year, the seasons of our life, and the season in which we are living. All right, so thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Your time is valuable, and any of it you spend with me is a gift. Please pop on over to the blog. There's a whole lot more information there about capsule wardrobing, about wardrobe editing, about wardrobe planning, because that is my jam. That is my sweet spot, my styling sweet spot. Like, I love wardrobe planning. So yeah, pop on over, visit me there. It's closetplay.biz, closetplay.biz. Biz rhymes with Liz. I'm Liz Kleba, and stay safe and sound, sane and stylish. Bye.